This is the NOVAR Verizon Cup Series race number 21 of 30 at the Wave Energy 250 in Denver Speedway in Denver, Colorado. The McDonald's Pro Gunner, the 89 of Aaron Fisher. As Fisher, he's going to lead the field 42 with James Wilson on his outside. Tony White in third, and Cody White. That is top four as they're seeing they're heading up the hill up in turn 1 and 2. This track, I believe, the NORA Cup Series ran this race last year, and it was a crash fest, but this race would not necessarily crash fest. Caution 1 to fly on lap 3.
Shane Howard, he will hit the turn 4 wall. This will send the 64 spinning. The 50 will also get sent spinning on. The 03 will make contact to the 8. And let's check Scott Johnson's perspective. He will get hit from the 03, comes back up, gets into the 21, and then gets bunted by the 03. Shane looks like he will be, I believe, be done for the day for the 58. On the restart, Fisher in the 89, he was your restart leader with Tony Wider in second. J.R. Norrie is in third. And the fourth was James Wilson Jr. to come up the hills of turn 1 and 2. There's Josh Mertz in fifth. Mertz then out, he was leaving after this year due to performances. And then the caution fly on lap 11. Shane Clark the third, coming in here as points leader, get by the 88 of Alan Kimball and get 14 of Luke Warren, and then the 98-14. But both of them saves it, and they will continue on. Josh Burt's in the 81 race leader with James Wilson Jr. in second. Thomas Lawyer's in third. That's your top three, as I mentioned earlier. Just leaving due to performances. However, he's going to be focusing on his NORA career, running Mertz Race Technologies with himself and Ron Mertz in the NORA Cup. But let's flip it up. Let's get back on topic here as the third caution fly lap 19. This was the biggest crash of the day. As you see, Shane Harton, he's driving away. He will get Brian Wilson and Janet Lawrence on. Then the 57 gets turned into the 12. The wall by the 12. Here's Jared Lentel's perspective. The 13 and 90 will spin each other, and then they just stack up. They're going to continue just piling in. Nowhere to go. And this was a huge pile up in the front straightaway, just past our finish line, as they're going to get it fired back up. And here is Thomas Lewis, 16. He would lead on this restart. Josh Murray Wilson Jr. in third, and then up the hill there's Eddie Johns at fourth. Ansu started to come alive recently. The fourth caution fly lap 28. Tony will hit the turn 4 wall, and the motor will blow as the 64 will hit him. And then Scott Johnson, Jake Carroll have nowhere to hit several hard times. Meanwhile, Sawyer's Jared Law. Meanwhile, Sawyer's the race leader with James in second, Walter Youthen in third, Eddie Johnson fourth, and Pales in fifth. Plays great run for the 35 cars. And as you see, Michael Scott, he's sixth spot as they're going to come down into 3, which turn 3 has been very treacherous to the NOVAR cars. But the fifth and final caution would fly on lap 35 out of this 130. Thomas Sawyers, we're getting all this one comes with bump jump effect with James Wilson Jr. and Walter Youth. This one sent several cars spinning at the 30 and spinning. And they all slow. They do another pile up. This time it's not severe. Meanwhile, Walter Green is he slows up, and then Brian Dawson just turns on 39 around. I don't know what that was. Keith Hales. They see all bunch up, and then the 8 gets to the wall, and they spin the 0 spinning. They pile up, and the 12 barely misses that. That's, I believe, the last restart of the day. The last restart of the Justin Brooks is your race leader. He has rim damage. I believe the last team pile up. Michael Scott, 12 is in. He was involved in that 19 pile up. He just had left side damage. But meanwhile, Michael Scott, he would charge his way back up to the lead and would retake and would take the lead away from Carson Brooks. And this would, I believe, be the first time since, I believe, Daytona that Scott has actually led. Scott has had a very dismal season, but he turned with sponsorship, and the sponsorship is currently 2 points. Scott, he is just waiting to get the lead in turn 3. And looks like they're going to go to 3 wide, and Michael Scott's teammate Cody White is going to take second. So Cody White will take the second spot away, but meanwhile, Sean McDowell is going to seek his way to the lead 7 laps later, as he's going to be making his move to the inside of the 12. The double zero gets a good run entering turn 1, but will get a pretty good the exit 2, as I believe the high line is the preferred line off of turn 2, but the inside will be the preferred off of 3 and 4. As you can see, Scott trying to hold it down, and there's Brian Wilson. As looks like McDowell could do it. McDowell will eventually lead away, as here is a couple laps later. Wilson would just rough up Sean McDowell, as NOVAR officials told Eddie Johns to calm down his driving attitude. Eddie Johns is right now coming into this Johnson and start the third running barely inside the top 10 and running high top 20. He could Shane Clark. Eddie could the point lead away from the number 98, and he could take it about 60 points if he can get a good finish. But Eddie, that's what Eddie Johns is not looking for. He is looking for his first win since Boston of this year, and that's dominated the first half of the first third of the season. He wants to train. Lost in the draft, and he would take the lead away 0 of Sean McDowell. And from this point on, Eddie Johns was like, bye-bye, I got a race to win, as he just ran away from Sean McDowell and pulled out to a 6-second lead before green flag pitch secured around 84 through 6. There you see Eddie Johns, your points leader, coming in, and then you're going to see Walter Yuthin Lawyers still waiting in the 39. I believe he's a liar, or I believe he's on the lead. I'm not sure, but when things cycle down, here was the margin. The third car being Jared Lancel, that's Sean McDowell, and from this point, Eddie Johns, he would pull to a 5-second lead over Sean McDowell. Following Dylan Wally and Shane Clark third, Shane Johns will get his second win of the year and become the third driver to get 2 wins here. Shane Harper first, while Eddie Johns, Gordon Biller.